So I got a message from a friend who was saying that he wants to try trading forex for extra income, and he's thinking of beginning with 3 or 500 euros. And he wanted my advice. Well, let's begin with an example. Let's say you don't know how to drive, you don't have a license, and you decided that you will try making some extra income by being a taxi driver. What would happen? Well, the question is, can you be a good taxi driver if you don't know how to drive? If you don't have professional knowledge about how to handle your customers? And if you don't have professional knowledge about your city? About how to navigate through the traffic jams? At which time which street is best? Google Maps or Waze is not enough for this. So, the answer is you cannot be a good taxi driver and receive tips if you don't have this. Besides, if you tried driving a car without knowing how to drive it, you might end up crashing into a building and literally dying. So, what makes you think that if you tried trading forex for some side income, it would be different? What makes people think that without having any knowledge and experience, that they can just go into this market and make some extra income? What makes them think that they will succeed at this? I don't have any logical answer. So the only answer is that they have a lopsided perception about reality, which is caused by being in a financial hole, financial desperation, which makes you see things not exactly as they are, and it makes you take stupid risks and not succeeding in your efforts to make extra income, but rather losing all that you were ready to risk. So, now, if you want to be a good trader, first of all, you need to have professional understanding about how the forex market works. If you don't have it, then don't expect to make any money at all. You might be lucky and make some money, but long term, just don't expect to make money. I think that 90% people come to this market having the same mindset. I want to make some extra income. Not like I want, but perhaps I have to make some extra income because I have some problems. But the forex market, it will never solve these kind of problems. It's not designed for that. Secondly, 300 or 500 capital is just not enough to make any meaningful income, and what it causes you to just, the scenario that I imagine is that, okay, you open the account, maybe you learn from somewhere, some free sources, you make some trades, and let's say they were successful, you made some money. It was with a small lot size, but yeah, you see that you can do it, and then you increase the lot size, you use up like a lot of leverage, and what happens is that you just lose it all. It's like the most obvious and the most common scenario. It's what you are going to do if you have small capital, and if you were not trained by another professional to be a good trader. Because I'm not saying that you cannot make 1 million out of 10 euros. Well, it's possible, but it's only possible for professional traders and not for people who just had this random idea that, okay, tomorrow I will try trading forex and let's see how it goes. So, and the third thing is that, well, if you are in a financial desperation, and I'm not making fun of you, I mean, I was in financial desperation many times, but the problem is that your money is scared money. You are scared to lose your capital. It could be your last money, those 500 euros. And I mean, trading is already hard. But if you try to do it with scared capital, I mean, you're going to get very emotional. And what do you think is going to happen? Even if you had the professional knowledge, it would be very hard to apply it. If you didn't have professional knowledge, I mean, your erratic and chaotic behavior in the market, it would only multiply, and your emotional impact on you, I mean, it can be so bad that it can cause you health issues. Perhaps, I mean, if it's your last money, you could even die out of stress, depending on your personality and how you can handle stress. So, really, it's not the way to go. Now, what I would advise you if you were in such a situation, well, I believe that the idea of making that I want to make extra income, a side income, is not a good idea at all. I have been in the working world since age 13. I will soon be 32, so it's almost 20 years. And throughout all of this time, I never really sought a side income. But that doesn't mean that I didn't work shitty jobs. I was a taxi driver myself for some time, but it wasn't a side income, it was my main income. So you can imagine how bad it was for me. And this was after completing the most prestigious business university in my country. So you can imagine the faces of my former course mates when they would sit in my taxi car and they would see that, oh, it's you. It's like their face was like, oh my gosh, what happened? What did you do with your life? I mean, it wasn't pleasant, but it was mainly because I was pursuing something that was, that was coming deeper. Anyway, it's not the main topic, but what I wanted to say that the idea of seeking extra income is bad. Why? Because let's say you have the main job, which takes up, let's say, 40 hours and per week, and you find another job. Now what happens? You use up all of your time in the day, and then you don't have any time to think how to get out of this hole. You don't have any time to think how to get rich. You don't have any time to learn about how to become rich. It's not a good idea. I think the best idea is to try to increase your income in the main job. But I know it's easier said than done. Myself, I never really succeeded in that. Because the problem is that most of the time you don't like your main job. So the idea of putting more effort into it to make more money working the same job is just not attractive. So what I would usually do, I would just drop out, and that's all. I would look for another job which pays more. So that's also That's also a good idea. I mean, because then you are still working the same hours. You don't need to overstretch yourself, and you still have time to think and create strategies for how to become wealthy. And I also think that, if somebody came to me and they said that I want to become rich, so it's a much better goal than just to say that I want some extra income. Because, okay, let's say that, in any craft or in any business, you need to put a tremendous amount of effort and time to become successful. So the same goes in forex. And if your goal is only to make some extra income, well, I mean, you are not prepared for it then. Because it will be extremely hard and most likely you are going to give up. And because your goal is not even exciting, it's just trying to get rid of financial desperation. But there are easier ways than forex trading to get rid of financial desperation. So, if somebody came to me and they said, I want to get rich trading the forex market, well, even though it sounds a bit cliche, it sounds that they are in a fantasy, but it's still a much better goal. And I think these people are much better, like, coachable and trainable than the first group of people. But this goal is also not a really good goal. If you are going into forex trading, you need to have a goal of becoming a good trader. You need to have passion for it. You need to basically be extremely sure that there is nothing else in this world, no other activity, that would be more fulfilling for you, and that, it has to be something that, you just cannot stop doing. Because for me, it was something like that, Whatever I did, I just felt that, I am tired from it and I don't want to do it anymore. It's not fulfilling, it's not satisfying, Even if it makes good money, but what's the problem? I have been in situations, where I was really poor or making nothing or just small money, but I was also in situations where in a job I was making a lot of money, 5-6 times the national average. But the problem was that, I wasn't fulfilled making this money. And this kind of money, it just goes away very fast. Because I don't value this money. It's just money that I have to basically use for immediate gratifications. Because I'm so dissatisfied with my life that, I have to use this money, to just basically try to escape my life during the weekends and holidays. And throughout the week as well, So this money just goes away very easily because it's not fulfilled money. It's not something that you get for doing something that you cannot just stop doing. That's something that comes deep from your soul, from your desire, from something that you are. So, yeah, so this is what it was for me, I was just doing different things, but nothing could really, I was feeling that, no, this is not the end goal, and this is just a leading step to something else, because I just couldn't see myself, doing that thing, through the rest of my life. So, yeah, and like trading forex was actually a long time with me, like for the last 13 years, but it wasn't full time. So I switched to full time trading a couple of years ago, when it was 2021, I think. So, and it wasn't easy, of course, but and it's not easy even today, I mean, and it won't be easy. It doesn't have to be easy. But the thing is, I just, I have no problems with this, every day. And you probably, yeah, if you have this idea that forex trading is some kind of magical thing, where you just, how you can make that passive income, you just click some buy sell buttons and you become rich. So no, it's not like that. It's an actual job. I wake up in the morning, I open my laptop and I work all day to the evening. It's every day. It's a job, but it's not a regular job, because in this job your income is not tied directly to the time that you put into. It's also related on capital, so that's why you can call this a business as well. Business is about making money out of money, and this is exactly what you're doing. So, but still, spend a lot of time. But I have no problem with discipline of waking up in the morning and just opening my laptop and doing it. Because it's me, it's who I am. And so if you are looking for ways to make some extra income, you have to really rethink, is your goal actually good for you? Because like, as I say, extra income is like, it's one of the worst goals that you can have. Making more money in the same job or a different job but same, like, how to say, same industry, it's a better goal. Becoming rich is even better goal, if it's not a fantasy. I mean, if you are prepared to do what it takes and to learn what needs to be learned. And but the best goal is to find something that it really resonates with your soul, with you as a soul, because you can't say your soul. You don't have a soul. You are a soul which has this body. Something that resonates so deeply that you would do it even if it doesn't bring you any money. This is how I feel about forex trading, I just want to do it, and I want to be a good trader. So find this niche, find this industry where you just want to be great at, and it doesn't even matter if it pays you money, even if you feel like, okay, you can live on buckwheat and live under the bridge, but just give me the chance to do this, and eventually I know deep inside of me that it will bring me some income, and it will be okay in the end, because all of the success stories, the genuine success stories that you hear out there, are basically the same stories. Robert Kiyosaki slept in his car for multiple years before he got rich, I mean, and it's not only him. So why? Because it's when you are doing something that you truly and deeply, passionately love, then it's a whole different world. So my best advice, just find it, And don't try forex trading if it's for the wrong reasons. Forex trading is not about making money. It's about being a good trader. If you are not up to it, then just go and find something that inspires you more. So that's it. Have a wonderful day.